We'd like to welcome you to BMORENEWS.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth. In Annapolis, February 2011, Maryland General Assembly, and who should we bump into but the lobbyist himself, Clay Opara. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you today?
Good. What are you working on this session?
Today I'm working on several financial issues, as well as other drug and alcohol related issues. Annapolis is always exciting, full of issues that concern the citizens of Maryland, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
What does a lobbyist do for those who may not know?
A lobbyist attempts to obtain favorable legislation and or regulation that will inure to the benefit of his or her client. Or, conversely, a lobbyist attempts to prevent various legislation or regulation that inures to the detriment of his or her client. That's it in a nutshell.
Okay. Are there many black lobbyists in Annapolis?
Well, I wouldn't say there are that many. There are very few.
Oh, that's why you become very important, a very important interview. You're one of a few, right?
One of a few. I'd say one of a few.
Okay.
But we're getting stronger.
Okay. How did you get into lobbying?
I used to be a member of the Maryland House of Delegates, and I decided not to run for re-election and to return to the private practice of law, and thereupon made my way back to Annapolis in a different capacity.
Which one was more fun, delegate or lobbyist?
Even 50-50.
Ah!
50-50.
In terms of a black agenda, have any items stood out in your mind this year?
I think that, interestingly enough, all items in Annapolis, for the most part, are part of the African American agenda.
How so?
Because we're citizens of the state of Maryland, and all laws that affect the citizens of the state of Maryland affect us. There are certain measures that are idiosyncratic to our needs, and they are, small in number, and certainly, but they are very important. But I would contend that the overwhelming majority of legislation in Annapolis affects African Americans, Hispanics, Caucasians, and all Maryland citizens.
Let me ask you this: do you find African American citizens, black citizens, here in Annapolis enough during these 90 days?
Could you repeat that question?
Do you see African Americans, citizens, here in Annapolis often enough?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And why is it important for African Americans to show up down here to?
It's important because it's just human nature, out of sight, out of mind. So you want to be, you want to have a presence, you want to be remembered, and you want people to act in all ways that will benefit you.
Okay. Any final thoughts?
No final thoughts. I'm ready for dinner.
Good deal.
All right, bye.
Clay Opara, thank you for your time.
Yep.
And keep watching BMORENEWS.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.
Okay.